Yeah, so what we will do is we will just keep the last half an hour for a couple of things. First is we want to discuss the schedule of assignments and what you have to submit and all of that. And then we would like to open it up for any comments, questions, interactions. There are, some concerns about peer grading and all. So because there's the last live interaction, so I guess we would like to hear from you as well. So for the schedule of uh, assignments, Firuza, do you want to share the schedule?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I can see Nagesh with Firuza.
Yes, sir. Connected together.
Acha, acha.
here,
I
here.
have to give you permission, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
We
sir.
need permission.
So, what is left is group three, multiple choice questions, graded assignment one, and which the due date will be 6 Jan. So now, whichever assignments we'll be releasing, the due date is 6th January. Graded assignment 2, which is the peer assessment, we'll be releasing it today. So submitting the video and the reflection spot is 5th January, and reviewing two other peer colleagues is 6th January. You will have to attempt it based on your group. So the topics which were released a few days back, the graded assignment 3, um, the graded assignment 3 will be released also today, and the submission of that is 6th January. You have to submit a programming assignment. There'll be a problem statement given, and then in code board you have to write your code, and you can compile or run it as many times as you like, and you can submit it. So there is no limit on the number of tries that you do. And yes, that's it.
Right. So to add to what Firuza just said, uh, so the course, sort of formally ends on 6th January, as we had stated earlier. But we do realize that because the National Knowledge Network was down for some time, some of you had problems accessing the IITBX site. So if you need a few days extension to do the submissions, then please send an email to the same email address from where you have been receiving mail from course staff, explaining why you need the extension, and we will grant extensions generously. I mean, we understand that because of things beyond your control and also beyond our control, the network was not available. The NKN National Knowledge Network was not available for some time. So if you can, of course, finish it up by 6th Jan, excellent. Uh, if you need a little bit extension, just write to us, and we will, consider it favorably. However, in any case, beyond 10th January, I think we will not be able to grant extension because, there are backend things that we also have to do after everybody has submitted. So, there is, we are sort of being a bit flexible about the submission deadline uh, for
Uh,
but for the GA02, the graded peer assignment, that I think would be 5th Jan is the submission, because unless that is submitted we cannot do the peer review. And once again, we acknowledge and understand the concerns about peer review that were spoken out and also posted on the chat window. So please understand that we also have an override about, I mean, if we see something has been very grossly unfairly peer reviewed, we can override that from our end. So it is not that just because somebody has peer reviewed it badly, you get to suffer. I mean, if there is any reason for you to be concerned about it, please write, and we can override that from the back end. But we hope that all of you are going to take this seriously and you know do the peer review in the right way using the rubrics that will be provided to you, that has been provided to you. Okay. So
Supratik, you would
yeah.
like to mention about the fact that we have dropped one assignment?
Uh, okay. Yeah. You.
I think I will explain that. You see, since we had three groups and there was an NK in failure, we realized that all of you are busy, so you may not be able to do multiple assignments simultaneously within the few days. So we discussed this, and what we decided is that we'll drop one of the assignments which was originally scheduled as part of the course grading policy. What we have decided is we'll proportionately increase the marks for the remaining assignments which you submit, so that you will have a fairly good time to attempt those. But I'll repeat what Professor Pratik said. Please take peer grading very, very seriously. In any case, if someone does not do the job properly, the staff has overriding authority and will use it in case we receive a complaint from anybody on email. Secondly, I will repeat, the course technically does end on 6th, but the course will be kept live till 10th, because if there is a request for extension of submitting an assignment, not the peer review assignment on your part you have to submit. But if, for example, the review gets delayed or something, or other assignments you are delayed, if you make a request on email, it will be considered very positively. But please try and attempt to submit the assignments in the scheduled time. The table which my colleague Firuza showed you will be put up on the IIT Bombay X course site. So there will be a notification, you will know the dates. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And Professor Supratik gives us permission, we would like uh, all the team members to be introduced briefly before
Yeah. I think So I guess what we are going to do now is, you have been mostly seeing Professor Phatak's face and my face, and probably Firuza and Nagesh you saw a few times. But really, to run a course like this in an online mode, there are a lot of people who have been silently working behind the scenes, and we think it's just appropriate that you see all of them, and it's because of their efforts that the course could run. So yeah, I would like
So
to.
let me start with Nagesh and Firuza, because although their faces were seen briefly, not very clearly. Nagesh, can you? Uh, ah, so by the way, those of you who are in Group 3 will recognize the detailed uh, program code and the output. I have learned to document these things from Firuza. She is an author, by the way. She has written several books and she has been writing since she was a high school student. Nagesh is our think tank. He always comes up with ideas on how to put things together. So thank you, Nagesh, and thank you, Firuza. Is Urmila there? Oh, Urmila, can you say hello to everybody?
Hello everyone.
So Urmila is actually the walking manual of IIT Bombay X platform. Anytime we have any difficulty on where to put course content or where to put a quiz or how to formulate a quiz, etc., she is the one who helps us, and she has been doing this for quite some time. Thank you, Urmila. Is Nitin here?
Yes, sir.
You are not visible.
Sir, I don't have my camera right now.
Okay, so you can hear his voice. He is our man Friday. So he solves all problems of any kind. Incidentally, he had a hand in creating the configurable version of the IIT Bombay X platform, which, as I said, is open source, and any one of you can actually take this platform and load it on your server. He has helped us to load this for Afghanistan, for initially for IIM Bangalore, etc. Let me now go over to my colleague, Dr. Kalpana Kannan. Kalpana, you want to say hello to people? Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Kalpana, for me, she has been my associate for decades, but currently she is the coordinator of the educational services for outreach at scale, the ESOS project, as we call it, under which we are running all of these. She handles all the courses that are released on IIT Bombay X and does the entire coordination. Thank you, Kalpana. Is Mahendra there?
Mahendra, sir.
Mahendra is our senior manager. He is actually Kalpana's Man Friday. But for our project, he does the entire handling of communication to the rest of the world, solving their problems and helping us to solve problems and forcing us to organize ourselves in proper schedule. Thank you, Mahendra.
Sir, I would like to take this opportunity to make this announcement of the online courses which we are running for the students. So, sir, would you like to give some idea about these courses?
Just 1 minute you can say, and then we can put it up on the course page or something like that. Okay, basically what we are planning is we are releasing a large number of online courses which will run under self-paced mode. They will start from 15 January and will continue till April. Many students may find it useful. So far, only the college students were registering, but I can see that some of the courses, particularly on soft skills, English reading, writing, and such courses are useful for school students also.
Even Python.
So just look for announcements on the Laksha platform.
No, we are releasing Python, which will be useful for the school.
Oh yes, the Python course taught by my colleague, Professor Prabhu Ramachandran, will be released as a self-paced course. Thank you, Kalpana. Thank you, Mahendra. Let me go to another critical team. Is Sushant there? Sushant is on leave.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
So Sushant. So Sushant Raktade is the deputy chief of our video team or e-studio team. I'll shortly introduce his colleague also, but he is the one who actually learned about how to use Zoom, taught me some features, and has been instrumental in conducting these sessions. However, his main job is to take charge of the video recordings, editing, etc., that are done to create our course lectures. Thank you, Sushant.
Yes, sir. So when I was on leave, my other colleagues were handling this Zoom.
Yes.
So they are there also.
Yes, I know. So let me go over to my colleague Sajjan. Say hello to people, Sajjan.
Hello, sir. Hello, everybody.
So Sajjan has also been my colleague for decades. He helped us set up the entire studio with cameras, recording, everything. And he has done it in his own office. So whenever we go to record our lectures, he has to go out and wait outside. He is the one who has taught us everything. Incidentally, basically he is a programmer, but he converted himself into a grand studio expert. He is now in charge of our e-studio team. Just to tell you how he has taught even me, I am currently using a virtual background. So if I stop that virtual background, you will see the green screen behind me. You will see a soft lamp. You will see a whole lot of things. I have bought all of these things, and it is Sajjan who has taught me how to use these features for recording from home. So thank you, Sajjan, for everything that you are doing for this and all other courses.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words.
I hope we have covered everybody who is present. Have I missed someone? No.
Sir, in this situation, actually teachers required how to create a video and do editing.
You are very correct. In fact, one of the reasons I took the opportunity to show you what I'm doing is to tell you that you can do recordings from home also. The investment in green screen is actually 250 rupees. You can buy it on Amazon. You may not have a soft light, but you can purchase a light for 300 rupees. And a camera, which I can't show you because that is the camera through which you are looking at me. It's a Logitech camera. It is slightly costly, but you can actually use a much cheaper, better cameras are available now. And if you have a desktop or a laptop, the version of editing and screen capture I use is called Camtasia. Again, it was Kameshwari, Professor Bhaskar's wife, who introduced me to that. It's not a very costly license, but you can buy a license. And believe me, each one of you can record videos from home and upload them, edit them, and so on. Of course, it is ideal to have a studio facility. I know that Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan through NCERT would have such facilities, but if they are not, I would strongly suggest that each Kendriya Vidyalaya and each college should have a very small facility. In fact, if you want, I can request Sajjan, who has prepared a document on the investment that is required to make a small studio-like thing. I will ask him to share that with you on the course page. That is a good point that you have made. Thank you.
Sir,
Sir, I have one request.
Yes.
Jyoti ma'am, please.
Yeah. Sir, firstly, want to thank you for this wonderful course that you people have, done for us. And it's so humbling experience to see, such senior professionals like you, treat us so nicely. I mean, I actually feel as a teacher, I also need to be so kind and nice to my students. Sometimes we do get angry with them, but looking at the team of IIT Bombay, I've realized that, how humble each one of you are. So that's been a very, very nice experience also for me. So thank you so much, sir. So one small query that I have is when I was doing the practice assessment, the peer assessment, the Google Doc that was shared by the peer didn't give me access. So I could not see the reflection spots. I even requested for the access, but I never got that access. So in the process, I could not complete that part. Now, if the date is due is 6th January, the only thing is that I think we need to tell the participants that when they share, they should at least change the settings of that Google Doc. Because that was one problem that I faced. I could not open the Google Doc which had the reflection question.
I request Firuza to add an instruction along with the table, clearly stating what permission they should choose while using the Google Doc and uploading it, so that there will be no confusion.
Sir, it is mentioned under FAQs how to share an link. There is a link also.
Yeah, what I suggest is that FAQs may see. That is another thing. I request all people to read the entire document properly, please. If you read the FAQ, many of these things will be sorted out. But what Firuza, you might want to do is just write a two-liner saying that this is the minimum that you have to do. So read the FAQ question number so and so, and the answer you may reproduce it there. There's no harm in telling the same thing twice. After all our colleague teachers must be doing it while teaching to students, right? Some important things you repeat. So, but that's okay. Let us hope that there will be no unfortunate things this time. That was the reason why we wanted this practice assignment, because frankly, most of us are not familiar with the concept of peer assessment, particularly when it has an automated workflow. So I hope the practice was useful. Now you will do the real thing. Don't worry. Things will work out.
Sir, if I may.
Yeah, please.
Sir, one about the license, Creative Commons license, I couldn't find. Firuza madam, please, if you could guide also regarding that. Under public license, while sharing the video, while uploading the video on YouTube, I couldn't find the Creative Commons license that was mentioned in the FAQ. So, if you can enlighten.
What are the licenses that you saw when you were uploading?
Public, restricted, unlisted.
So just make it public. I think as simple.
I would like to add something here, sir.
Yes, Sajjan, please.
So while uploading the content on YouTube, public, unlisted, and private, there are 3 modes. But for the license, there are 2 licenses available there: YouTube standard license, and another one is Creative Commons license. So instead of the default is YouTube standard license. So you need to select Creative Commons from the drop down.
I couldn't get that option. Anyways, I will be noticing the things next.
No,
next
go to advanced settings.
Add-on settings.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And one more thing, sir. The Python course will be available on the Lux portal. The courses that will be started.
Yes, yes, that will be available on Lux.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And one more thing. If the video editing part, if a small sort of course using the freely available softwares can be made available. So it will be helpful for us, the teachers. Actually, the licensing and all, we may not be able to buy on our personal level.
That's a very good idea, Sajjan. Can we work with Professor Kannan, who has been using open source tools to create spoken tutorials to that extent, and plus some simple video editing. This is a very good idea, but please appreciate that it will take us some time to design this short course, but we'll definitely do it. It will be useful for people.
Thank you, sir.
So definitely we will try to just create this course for other people and other teachers. So I would like to add something here. So there are two parts in the online mode. One is the content creation. Another part is to build the learning community first. Initial foundation for the online setting is to build the learning community and peer network. And the second thing is that for inclusive learning, teacher needs to understand the diversity of the student. Students are all not the same when in terms of how they behave, how they think, how they process the material which we will provide to them, how they learn. They are all not all the same in terms of accessibility and the opportunity. So teacher need to think about that before content creation. And another thing is that other side of the content, students learn through the contents. This is the intelligence of the students, and it is also in the diverse mode. It is not static. It is a dynamic process. It is an attribute which is developed through practice, engagement, failure, and more practice. So it is a time consuming process. So the content creation is a small part of the online mode.
Yes.
Once Benjamin Franklin said, if you tell me, I forget. If you teach me, I may remember. But if you involve me, I learn. I definitely learn if you involve me.
Sajjan, we have discussed precisely these aspects in the introductory sessions, where the involvement of students, involvement of learners is considered as a central point. But I like the last point that you made, namely that to discuss and enhance our own understanding of all these things, we should actually form an active network where we should continuously discuss, exchange ideas and so on. If you have any suggestions on how to form an active network and keep it active, I'll be very happy if you could share them on the discussion forum of this course itself.
Yeah, definitely. So a student feels more engaged and more comfortable when they are connected with the teachers and other participants. So need to think about that.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Please.
Please identify yourself and speak, please.
Yes, sir. Peer assessment. There are 3 types of assignments. Your response, I have completed it. Learn to assess responses. Also, I have done, but it is shown that it is incomplete. And assist peers, I have not received result. So I have been unable to do it.
Don't worry about it. As I said, this might have happened because of some submission related problem. But the next this was only a practice assignment, as Professor Supratik explained. The next assignment that you do, if you take care of ensuring that the video is uploaded with proper link which can be shared, and the Google Doc is uploaded with the proper link which is shared.
Sir, from my side, it is complete, sir.
It is not a question of completion. It is a question of choosing the right link. We will check that. And in case of any problem faced by anybody, as Professor Supratik announced, we have a staff override facility. All such assignments will be individually looked at by the course staff. So you don't have to worry about it. However, our request is, please follow instructions and submit the things as correctly, as accurately as possible. That's all. Don't worry about it.
May I speak, sir? Pawan Kumar.
Yeah, please, Pawan Kumar.
Sir, there is an important point I want to bring to your notice, that the sample programming assignment which was given about those prices topic, right? Sir, in that assignment, if we go through the course program, but if I log in with, I log in the codeboard.io, there I can change the programming language to Python, but in the assignment itself, the assignment page itself, I can't submit the Python program. So what will happen in the graded one?
Firuza is responding. Firuza?
Yeah, sure.
So just below the C++ code board on the IIT Bombay's platform, I mean, where the problem statement is mentioned, then there's a code board for C++, and then if you go scroll down furthermore, there is code board for Python. So you need to write your code in that box. And
so on IIT Bombay X, you might have chosen C++, but if you scroll down, you will get to the access to code board, which is configured for Python.
Yeah, I can see that.
That is where you will have to submit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
We are coming close
sir,
to
excuse
Python.
me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, the peer assessment, that, sir, I did not get any phone numbers of the course coordinators phone number, so that whenever I get the doubt to complete the peer assessment, how to do it, because due to connection, I'm unable to follow how to do the peer assessment, what to do, where to do. That is my question.
You had mentioned this earlier also.
Yes,
unfortunately, sir, we do not have any contact phone numbers, but you can write a mail and the mail will be responded to. You can also raise an issue in the discussion forum. I am sure many other colleagues will also respond to the discussion forum. But unless you have access to IIT Bombay X platform, and unless you routinely check it at least twice a day, you will not benefit, madam.
But I emailed, sir. I sent that program. Non-programmers people, you are giving the topic, non-programmers topic, that also not visible, and video how to take and how many minutes, that and all, it's not seen in my even I gone through that, sir. So I want some help, any of the Firoza madam or any people phone number, so that
you write your email ID on the chat box, and I will request my colleagues to get in touch with you.
Can we make a WhatsApp group for at least 2-3 days so that queries may be addressed as soon as they occur?
That is perfectly fine, but I don't know how to make a WhatsApp group. Is there any expert here?
WhatsApp group is there?
Anyone can make, sir.
Those few people who have serious problems to enter their phone numbers on the chat box, and we request our volunteer to make the WhatsApp group. I will also type in my phone number, and I request Firuza or Nagesh also type in, and Urmila also type in. So we will become the members of that WhatsApp group.
Sir, one request is to handle the different communication mode. It's very difficult. So if you are passing information in WhatsApp group, that's fine, but don't forget to post on the course page and the mail.
I have been saying this always. I don't think people have used the discussion forum as effectively as I have seen it being used elsewhere. When I gave a programming course on edX, there were 50,000 students. And you should see amazingly how most of the problems were referred to in the discussion forum, and they were resolved not necessarily by the course staff and TAs, but by the people themselves. My humble request is, please use discussion forum to post your problems. You can write a detailed problem. Somebody will definitely get back to it. I agree with the observation. Thank you. We should not have multiple modes of communication, which will be confusing. Let us stick to IIT discussion forum.
I want the phone number, sir, to ask to any assistance.
You post your problem in the discussion forum, madam. We'll respond to it.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Madam, sir, one observation in the last peer-reviewed assessment was when the first email was received, there was no clarity for the groups. It was just mentioned the iterative and the procedural part.
Correct.
We have already started preparing video. We have tried to cover almost all contents, all type of loops in I got good and excellent. Just
Yes.
because of the length, I got poor.
Sir, I got poor in all the formats. I don't know why.
I'm just asking
all.
about the contradictory review across the different questions by the same reviewer.
Yes. My dear friend, these are the idiosyncrasies of peer review. And that is the reason why you will appreciate why we insisted on a practice problem, so that all these issues are brought out to the fore. Thank you for pointing this out. On our side, we'll ensure that the rubric is properly defined and we'll relook at it. On the side of the participants, please be consistent in your assessment. But this is bound to happen in any peer assessment, whether it is done for a course or whether it is done for any other democratic purpose like.
Is the video length? Questions is suppose at the apply level, in the Bloom's taxonomy apply level.
Right.
And still they are saying that the level of question is very poor. Because it's a problem level, it is not MCQ.
Yeah.
And the third parameter is
no. So let me. I understand, Kamlesh, and thank you very much for pointing this out. The fact of life is that many of our colleagues may not be familiar with the Bloom's taxonomy. Many of our colleagues may not be familiar with the nuances of difference between the apply mode, the comprehension mode, etc., etc. And that is the reason why such things may happen. The second reason why this may happen is, if I am doing a peer assessment and I am careless, I will just choose some option and put it, then that may happen. So I can absolutely understand your frustration, but as
sorry, it's not a frustration, but just I'm telling I'm less concerned with the marks also.
Yeah,
because I know what I have done, what efforts I have put in.
Correct.
But I'm just trying to bring certain parameters which are slightly need to be modified in the next assessment.
I appreciate that. Well, point is taken. Thank you, Kamlesh.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Can I say please?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, let me ask ma'am first. Thank you. Sir, actually, I want to ask that in the parameters, it was mentioned that the LED should be MCQ only. Is this the criteria that LED should always be an MCQ?
No, it is not always MCQ. In this particular assignment, we wanted you to frame an MCQ so that people could look at that MCQ and award mark. You see, we also want to test whether the participants can set an MCQ or not.
Sir, actually, it was nowhere mentioned in the assignment, so it wasn't used.
It was not mentioned, yeah.
It wasn't
Earlier
mentioned.
in the first communication.
Firuza, this was not stated.
Not stated. I mean, it was clearly stated as a reflection spot.
Reflection spot was mentioned, but it wasn't mentioned that it should be an MCQ, because reflection spot can be anything, not necessarily be an MCQ.
Yes, even the parameters were not shared.
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me, sir.
No, parameters were not shared, and that was not the intention of sharing. But in the reflection spot, we had mentioned that there should be.
Voice is very low.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I would like to bring.
I think we haven't yet answered the previous issue. So Firuza, are you there? You are barely audible.
Yes,
so okay, I think Firuza is having some difficulties with her microphone. So let me just state that.
So,
yeah, Firuza, are you there? Okay.
So it's me, Payal Bhattacharya.
So let us just complete the previous question.
Okay.
Then yeah. So it is not necessary for a reflection point to be just an MCQ. That is true. Okay. And so, but it is also important that a reflection point does not become something which is like a deep mental exercise. A reflection point is supposed to be something where you pause for, maybe a minute or a couple of minutes, and then you basically continue with the rest of the, right? It's meant to sort of make sure that you have really gone through the previous part, a few mostly like attention recall kind of questions. Now for the specific rubric that was given, it is once again, our request is that thing that was given was just a practice assignment. It is possible that maybe the rubric could have been improved further, and that is fine. I mean, all of that feedback is very fine. So don't take that as if something has not happened right there, it's going to affect your grades or assessment or anything. It is important we are having this discussion so that we know that even we may have sort of kept something not completely clear in the rubrics, but it is important that we are having this discussion so that all of us realize that when we are trying to do this kind of an assessment, which could be either peer assessment through rubrics or just assessing on our own through rubrics, it is important that remember what Professor Bhaskar mentioned, that the rubrics can even be changed as you are correcting, because it happens a lot of times that as we are correcting, as we are evaluating, we realize our best efforts, it was not in our minds when we set the rubrics. So it is important that we understand that, and your points are very well taken. So for the rubrics that need to be sent for the graded peer assessment, these will hopefully there will be lesser ambiguity about what can and what cannot be given marks. But the important point is that this is part of the process of setting up a rubric for grading, right? So
thank you, sir.
We have something in mind and we set up the rubrics, and then when the actual evaluations come in, when the actual answers come in, the responses come in, we see that it is possible that we see that there is something that has escaped our whatever corner cases that we were thinking earlier. And so at that point it is important that we sort of refine the rubrics and then go ahead and do the assessment accordingly.
Let me add one more aspect here. I believe that most of you had not earlier experienced anything like a peer assessment of this kind. To that extent, would you not agree that it was an extremely good experiment for all of you, where you probably learned about a new technique? You also found out deficiencies and inadequacies. And those of you who have really applied their mind to solve that peer assessment problem have probably gained a lot. In this respect, I would like to mention again what Kamlesh said. He said a very remarkable thing. He said he doesn't care for the marks that he gets because he knows how much effort he has put in for creating the video, for doing everything, etc., etc. To my mind, if you ask me, he has benefited the most from this exercise of peer assessment. And I believe that is what our learning should be. That we are, of course, worried about doing something properly, not properly, and all of us will take care of it going forward. But please appreciate that all of you will have to now continue to experiment with these things, continue to work harder. Who knows, in the coming days, when the students may benefit more by such peer assessment, and you may have to try these things out. So I will only say that there have been inadequacies on either side. We agree with that. The most important part is that the workshop has been so compressed in time. I mean, we had never run a workshop for these short periods. Our workshops typically run for 2 months, physical calendar time and so on. But I hope in the concluding remarks, I would like to know from some colleagues whether they feel that overall have they benefited from this exercise and what are the takeaways which they can use in their own teaching. I think that is the most important feedback that we wish to receive.
And good evening, everyone. From Kendriya Vidyalaya Panchgramas. Very right comments that you have said regarding the
I think trying to say something.
peer assessment. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. I'm saying that Payal Bhattacharya was also trying to say something. So maybe it's okay. Maybe you can complete what you want to say. But after that, maybe she can also come in, because I had to interject in between when she was trying to say something. So you go ahead, complete what you're trying to say. After that, we'll also hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, yes, sir, you have said the right thing by doing the peer assessment, we have learned a new technique, and that is really a new one for all of us. But as far as the content of the peer assessment is concerned, being a non-programmer participant from the group 3, so my personal experience I am sharing, sir, when I have done the peer assessment, as far as the content is concerned, it is not really understandable to me. That is because of not having any knowledge in regard to programming, or maybe in C, C++, Python, or whatever it is.
Yes. Let me interrupt you. I understand you fully, but please appreciate the fact that when we prepared for this course and when we prepared these things, we had absolutely no idea that there will be so many non-programmers in the course.
Yes, sir. That is
So
also
that's
the
okay, but please rest assured that now that the peer assessment assignment, the actual assignment that you have to do is being given. First of all, we have separated out the assignments for different groups, even for programming. And believe me, the peer assessment that is now being given, you will not have any problem in understanding what the problem it is. So don't worry about that.
exactly, sir. Just to make sure, as I personally believe, sir, to assess someone, one should have that capacity, or one should have that knowledge, so that the assessment is also not have to be any kind of bias, but have to be the proper one.
No, I agree with you, Professor Sukanda Maji, but let me ask you one question. Have you ever taught in a class which has such a diversity as the composition of the participants in this course? You see, when you have such large diversity, it is impossible to make assumptions about common denomination of the knowledge. I mean, the only thing that we can assume, for example, is that every participant knows that New Delhi is the capital of India. I mean, some such trivial thing. So please appreciate this fact. That is one of the reasons why our educational system classifies people into different groups and organize different lines of education for them. But I digress. I take your point. What we have attempted in this workshop is to make people into 3 groups such that each group gets an assignment consistent with the general expected knowledge of that group. So don't worry on that count. Point is well noted. We'll take care of it.
Sir, I am supporting all of your comments. My briefing is, of course, we have learned a new technique, peer assessment. That is the best thing for all of us. That's all I can say, sir. Thank you, sir.
And you may want to keep this in mind, what you just observed correctly, that when you attempt to do this with your students, you will probably be much better prepared now that you know what are the nuances. No, that's the whole idea.
Of course, sir. Of course. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Professor Supratik, you want to? Yeah. No, 1 second. I think Professor Supratik wanted one lady who was interrupted to complete her comments, and then we can go over to the other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I had interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, sir. It's okay. Well, good evening, everyone. So the thing is, you have almost solved the queries which I had in my mind. The thing is regarding this peer assessment and all, and hope this will be now the peer assessment which we are going to get today at 8 p.m. Everything will be clear. The rubrics and all, everything will be very much clear, and the question will be clear. As Kamlesh sir also said that he started his video before seeing the rubrics. Same thing for me and for many of us. I think we started our video and then everything, we finished it up, and later on we saw all the rubrics. And one more thing which I really want to point is that the group, now you have said, and I really appreciate, because the variety of member, the varied participants from different background, we all are here, and IIT Bombay team has very well managed this. So only that the assessment part, if it can be confined to, the different group levels, or if you have given a common kind of a topic for our assessment, then it's okay. Otherwise, if it's a specific one regarding programming language, then it would be better if you can just think of that.
Thank you, Payal. I will only say this, that like you, we have also learned and will be careful about the actual assessment.
Yes.
I think the best way to say is parde pe dekhiye. So don't worry about it. But I would like to add one thing, particularly Payal, you, a person like Kamlesh, you people should actually join hands with us to help us conduct future such workshops by being our teaching associates. I'm taking these two names because you have been really making very, very appropriate comments, and we have shown deep interest. If there are other colleagues also like that,
thank you so
I would
much,
request them to send us a mail. If you, Kamlesh, Payal and others, if you could just send a mail saying whether you will be interested in associating with IIT Bombay in the role of a faculty associate for our future workshops, teaching associate, I think it will be very useful.
So can you
Thank you
just
so
mention
much,
the
sir.
email ID where we should write?
Or you can write to the course, that is the email ID which you normally write to the course email ID. Firuza, there is a, or just post it in the discussion forum.
Sure, sir.
So your words is itself a certificate for us. Now we don't need any other certificate. Thank you so much, sir.
No certificate required, but let's have a one more role along with the teacher to learn more and to give more stuff to the students.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And whatever I have, I said that last day also. I mean, on the very first day also, I said that I have prepared many on Python. Many topics are there, and throughout different KVs, I mean, students and teachers, they follow. So I would definitely share all my contents. Thank you so much.
Sir, I have two questions. As the workshop is on programming, how to teach programming, and upcoming semester, where I'm going to teach one of the programming subject. The one thing is, I would like to know any tool, if you can suggest, where I can apply the gaming approach. Where I can give up one problem statement to the students based on their score. Like if score is 90%, I can assign the next problem bit harder. If it is 70% to 90%, I can give according to their score, I can give the next problem. So if you can suggest such tool, would be appreciated, sir.
I have not come across any such tool myself, but we'll begin our hunt now that you suggest this.
So you want a sort of customized series of questions based on...
I come across one tool, but there is no automated programming assessment checking. So it's a headache on the teachers, but the platform is the Canvas where there is a mastery path. If you use that concept, we can apply the gaming approach. So at present, the hurdle is the automated review of programming submission.
Well, that is something that we have cracked using CodeBoard only. But all that we have done is we have automated the workflow from the participant submission to the loading on CodeBoard. Of course, we prepare our own test cases and so on. Firuza and Nagesh, can we decide to write a white paper on auto grading of programs and share it with all the participants later? It may take 15-20 days, but it looks like it is worth the effort.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We already have one document.
No, let us edit that document.
Yes.
Or you may just call it a draft version and put it on this course page directly, so that our colleagues Kamlesh and others who are interested can start looking at it. And there you just put a remark that under revision.
Sure, sir. And my next question is on the same. Can you provide one platform where we can, assign the problem statement with some set of test cases can automatically auto grade it.
That is something, is a very good idea. We have not thought about it. But let us see, currently at least the IIT Bombay platform is there. But going forward, what you are suggesting is let there be a live platform where people could share such submissions. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the self-assessment is self-assessment given as a topic for non-programmers. Then the next day I want to see that it is not there. Self-assessment means, is there any topic so that we can upload the videos in YouTube, sir?
You have to create your own video and upload, but you can choose any one of the topics that are mentioned. It is not selecting a video that is available elsewhere. The whole exercise is about creating your own video. Yeah.
Video takes a topic, sir, subject topic. Creative means some topics you will assign or what it is. It's not found in my email, sir. One day I saw that one email for non-programmers. For non-programmers, I have seen that evening I saw, morning I saw there was a non-programmer topic. Then next evening on that same evening I saw that it is disappeared, it's not there.
I believe the topics have been given out already, Firuza, right? For the C++ programmers, other programmers and so on.
No, non-programmers. For non-programmers topics,
you are
sir.
talking about the peer-graded assignment that is going to be released now?
Yes, sir, we received it.
No, sir, that non-programmer is given some topic for group 1, group 2, group 3.
Yes.
Group 3, group 3, one topic for is not related to the any programmers.
Correct.
For that, I have to create some video, YouTube.
Yes.
For 8 or 10 minutes, whatever, and send you a link. Is it not, sir?
Right.
That is called, that is different than the self-assessment. Self-assessment, another one is there. What is that?
No. So there is something called.
I did not get any videos, sir, here.
Kamlesh is explaining. Let Kamlesh explain your. Yes, Kamlesh, you are saying something? Or Professor Supratik, you were saying something?
Yeah. I was trying to say.
Yes.
That there is something
Supratik,
peer assessment. Okay, so you have to upload video on the topic like my city, my state, COVID do's and don'ts, whatever. And some topics were given. So you have to prepare your video and then you have to submit it. You have to upload it on YouTube and you have to create, allow that YouTube video to be viewable by everybody, and then you submit the link. Okay. The second one is that.
How many minutes, sir? How many minutes, sir? How many minutes?
Already
Please, how many minutes?
It is written there. It is written. You should read. This.
Nothing, sir. It is not there, sir. I've seen today. So I know that how to upload the YouTube because in my classes. Yes, sir.
You have been asked to create an LED video, right? Learning dialogue
LED
video.
Okay.
Now we have been talking about the last so many sessions about, I think I have repeated this at least 5-6 times. Professor Phatak has repeated this 5-6 times, that an LED video is ideally an 8-9 minute video, must not exceed 10 minutes under any circumstance. I mean, do you not recall that we have said this multiple times?
No, sir, at that time that connection is not there. One sentence I heard, then it was disconnected, sir.
It is also written very clearly in the course material that has been made available on the website. Okay, so when we say...
No videos are there, sir.
No, it is not a question of video, lady. What Professor Supratik is saying is
that video...
Every time...
No, that videos I brought from other teachers, sir. Bought the videos from other teachers. I'm following.
No. It is not the other teacher's video. You have to create your own video and upload it.
See, if you... This, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Announced this course webpage, right on the first day when we started doing this. Now there is preparing content. I've gone through each one of these. creating a chunking. I mean, we have covered this. So you have to go through this material. There is no way that you'll be able to create this without going through this material.
This
Okay.
the material is not there, sir, for me.
I'm showing you, no? Can't you?
So material is not found.
Can you see?
This one here now. Okay. I can see afterwards, sir. Afterwards also, can I see this?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
For
Chunking.
all times. This is
Yes.
This is the website. It is a Google website available at any time. You can see
This
this.
has nothing to do with our course, lady. I think Professor Supratik mentioned that. This is a publicly accessible IIT Bombay website where you can always access it anytime. All right, I think we should close this because this discussion is getting around only one aspect. I request you, lady, you can set up your question in discussion forum and we can answer it at length. But let us, because it's already 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Let us conclude this
Yes.
session with any final comments and observations about the workshop that any colleague would like to make, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Tulsi, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, the video was to be uploaded on 2nd January, but unfortunately, I couldn't submitted that video due to network problem. Can I submit that video today?
No, please understand that it was a practice exercise. That exercise is over. Now you will have to submit for the actual peer assessment which is being released now. So please let us not discuss what has happened in the past. Let us discuss what is required to be done in the remaining days. Thank
Sir, I have prepared that video, but I couldn't submit that video. I want to submit today itself. So can you provide me this chance?
No, it's not a question of providing the chance. I think Professor Supratik, would you like to answer that?
So that was a practice assignment. If you have gone through that, see, I mean, if we keep moving the deadlines like this, I mean, it's very difficult to sort of, I mean, if tomorrow somebody says I need one more day for that, so that is over.
Yes, sir. I know it.
Right. So that is over. That was a practice assignment for you that
So
doesn't.
please forget whatever has happened in the past. Concentrate on whatever is remaining.
Please,
Okay, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Assignment.
I am.
No, let us not discuss absolutely
Okay.
anything related to the practice assignment of peer grading, please, because those questions have been answered umpteen times. Any more questions, please raise on the discussion forum. I don't see any one of these questions raised on the discussion forum at all. They are being raised only in the live session. That is not the crux of the online teaching learning process, my dear friends. I think you have to learn to use discussion forum more regularly and more concretely. I just requested for any closing comments of an overall nature about the workshop. Please do not raise any individual query at this stage. Raise it in the discussion forum. We'll take care of it. But before closing, because it's already just approaching 6 o'clock, we would like to close in the few minutes. We just wanted to know an overall feedback. If there are any additional comments by people, we would much appreciate that.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Kamlesh Patel.
Myself, Aarti
I would like
Phadke
to
from
share-
KJ. Sorry.
Okay, ma'am, you ladies first.
Sure. No, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Myself, Aarti Phadke from KJ Somaiya College of Engineering. And let me tell you, when I joined on the first day, I was surprised to see so many school and KV teachers also teaching programming. I was always imagining that typically engineering college professors will be here. And I appreciate the amount of efforts even the school teachers are putting in and, trying to learn. Hats off to the patience of your team, sir. Really hats off. I mean, I'm learning more than the content because let me tell you, I had done FDP 101X and 201X of IIT Bombay. So the material is not very new to me, but I'm just learning how to keep patience in the online mode and how to, orchestrate, as you have said. And I mean, I must say that I'm overwhelmed by your the way in which you have conducted.
Thank you for
all
those nice
this.
comments, but I will tell you.
But also
also
the content that I'm seeing in the background course that you have given in C++. I'm teaching programming for the first time, though I have teaching experience. I'm coming from electronics background. I normally teach electronics engineering courses, but this time I'm teaching a programming course, and I'm getting benefited heavily through that course, which is 101X available there. And thank you so much, and thank you for a rich experience of a really diverse group, and thank you all colleagues, and thank you, sir. That's all I had to say.
appreciate your observations, Aarti, but let me tell you something. You see, I mean, as I said, my children have studied in the Kendriya Vidyalaya, and Supratik and I are familiar with the entire Kendriya Vidyalaya system, and we are personally aware of the efforts that teachers take in teaching those courses. In fact, it's a godsend that we got the college teachers and the school teachers together on a topic of common interest, and I hope everybody has realized that this distinction of being a college teacher, school teacher is a fake distinction.
I agree, sir. 100%.
And the fundamental aspects of teaching and learning remain same wherever we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Very true.
Thank you. Kamlesh, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm teaching programming subjects since 20 years. Almost I have used all the techniques.
Wonderful.
I'm conducting, at least one activity which I have never done in the past. I mean, since 20 years, every year I used to involve new things. I never missed any platform, online platform, to appear in the MOOC course and get the certificate. So I completed more than 50 plus MOOC courses.
Oh.
Yeah. So for all the pedagogy workshops, I never miss if it is in my notice. So again, with that reference, this workshop is well organized, has delivered a quality content, and it was a reflection of a great from this platform IIT Bombay X. You have provided a very good pedagogical instructions site with the 4-pillar LED, LBD, LXI, and LXT, which will help a lot, not only to the programming subject, but with all other subjects too. But one loophole we can say, or we can say scope of improvements is in the discussion forum. I have placed several questions there, but the reflections on the discussion forum is a bit late, or some reflection is not given yet, even if it is posted 2 days before.
Yes. Very well said, Kamlesh. Thank you for your positive comments and thank you for your observation. So let me tell you what happened in this course. Ordinarily, when we run an online course, we have a strong team of teaching assistants and teaching associates who actually take the responsibility of monitoring discussion forum and answering questions on discussion forum. Sadly, in this particular workshop, we have 0 people as our backup team. And you can understand what will happen when everybody is busy in a number of other things. There are delays in responding. I personally apologize for this delay, but we'll see that such things don't happen. And thank you very much for pointing this out.
And one more thing is, sir, about the platform, there should be a statistics of participations of participants, including how much discussion he has seen, how much discussion where he has replied, everything, including all the practice assignments, and it should be visible to others. So it's a kind of the motivations by seeing the others' progress.
That is also a good suggestion. Thank you so much. We'll make note of it. Yes.
That I have observed from the MOOC IT platform provided by IIT Kanpur.
Yes, I know. By the way, Karnik and I have worked together for a long time on these issues.
I have also done one course on that platform.
Yeah, very good. 50 courses online. You should apply for a world record.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Overall, the workshop was well organized and very good. I learned a lot from that.
Thank you.
I just add one point that all the material, that is all the teaching C++ programming, for teaching Python programming, all the material is actually going to be available to all of you for under the Creative Commons license. So if you think that you want to use it for your courses, please feel free to use it. Please feel free to point your students that. So I guess after the course ends, for a few days, it may be it may not be accessible because there is some backend stuff that we have to do. But after that, it will be an archived course, and as part of the archived course, you can get it.
Anuj Kumar and Nilima Singh have raised their hands. May I request Anuj Kumar to first make your comments, please?
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Thank you for providing me this opportunity. Sir, I'm from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Lakhanpur, Jammu Kashmir. I'm teaching Python, and really, I appreciate at a single platform means non-computer teachers, college teachers, and school teachers are on one platform, sir. Really, this is means one kind of experience that we could never had. Sir, few suggestions from my side. Like actually, I've been struggling. Initially for few days, I had a bad network connectivity. So because of that, I missed out on the grouping part. So subsequently, I was trying to work both the ways. Like I'm teaching Python, and but I was allotted a C++ group or a C group. I am still not sure. So my suggestion is that when we have this kind of we can keep both the assignments open to all kinds of assignment open to all the groups. And suppose if I want to attempt both the I want to have experience of C++ also and Python also. So if few people, those who are interested, they can get the opportunity to have the experience of both the things at the same time.
Thank you, Anuj Kumar. I get your point. However, that is not feasible because in peer assessment, you require peers also who understand that subject. That is the reason why the groups are our kernel of limiting the peer assessment to that group. Imagine if you were to write a C++ program and your assessor was a Python programmer or a non-programmer, there will be chaos. So I understand and appreciate what you are saying, but what we will do is later on after the course is over, we will put all the peer assessments and other assessments that are meant for individual groups so that they are publicly visible to all the groups. That much we can do for future.
Yes, sir. That will be very good for all of us.
We'll do that, Anuj. Thank you.
One more point I wanted to put up. Actually, this is the fourth course that I'm doing from IITs on Python. So, and initially also from beginning of the year, we all Kendriya Vidyalayas have got same syllabus. So why can't we have one common platform where we can develop one kind of team can be deputed and they can develop all the materials, and rest of the teachers, they can concentrate on evaluation and other parts.
Yes, it's a good point. We have actually decided to consider the possibility of designing a course largely based on the KV syllabus of Python programming, but we will make such courses open to others also who may benefit. But such a platform, such a course is being contemplated definitely, and Professor Supratik and I would be working for it over the next few days.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, if there is any kind of team is formed which are developing for school level, definitely I would be more than happy to be a part of that if I could get an opportunity
please post your willingness on the discussion forum or by email. We will definitely take that into account. Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Nilima Singh had some observation to make. She has raised her hand. Nilima, over to you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to all the participants here. Sir, it was a nice learning experience for me. I gathered a lot of good things from this workshop, especially regarding online teaching, because we all are new to this type of concept. Sir, at this age of yours, it is very motivating to see that you have such an energy, such a positive energy, and you bring life to the class. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. But I must point out that physical age in this era of modern science has absolutely no meaning or no limitation. Or
Yes,
no
sir. You have proved it. You have proved it right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. All right, Supratik, I think we can.
Yeah, I think thank you everybody for coming and participating in the live interaction sessions. So there is still some work left for you to do, which are the graded assignments. I mean, the deadline's around 6th, but if some of you need a couple of days extension, please write to us and it will be favorably considered. But in any case, everything must end by 10th, so please don't ask for extensions beyond 10th. Okay. Thank you again.
So I would like to say something.
Okay.
So this is Sheetal here. Sheetal here from College of Engineering, Pune. And as Nilima ma'am said, we really want to appreciate and we are really grateful to you, the IIT Bombay's team, for this great workshop. And yes, especially to Deepak sir. Few days back also we had a meeting regarding MOOC from the institutions, from TechWeave institutions. And sir, back to back, Deepak sir have back to back meetings. That's really energetic and so inspiring for us.
Thank you, but that is our life for everyone, no? There is no,
Yes, sir.
choice. All of us have to work
Yes.
24/7 now.
So this is how actually IIT inspires us, inspires nation, and eventually the youth needs this inspiration to keep our nationalism up and to do something for our society. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Deepak
you
sir,
for- thank you
Supratik
for
sir,
very
thank you
nice
so
word.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for this nice.
Professor Phatak.
All right, Professor Supratik. So,
Yeah, I think we can close the meeting now. It is 6:13 already.
Right.
So,
thank you, everybody. Particularly, I like to take this opportunity to thank our backend team. Unlike us who are visible to you, they work invisibly. But without their work, absolutely nothing of anything is possible. Sheetal, I hope you will also realize it in your own college. You would
Yes,
have
sir.
such things to support. So thank you, everyone. I particularly appreciate the patience of the diverse group. I mean, I put myself in the shoes of a Kendriya Vidyalaya teacher who has no clue about programming, and I put myself into the shoes of a college teacher who is an expert C++ programmer. I think the initial thought both of them must have is, oh my God, kahan phas gaye? But I hope that the way we could all jointly steer this workshop, I hope it has been meaningful to every one of us. And all of us, we have definitely learned something new. As everybody pointed out, everybody has learned. Let us go back with this positive feeling and try to do something for the education of the country. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.